Also, good morning and welcome to this TED Talk series. We're going to talk about, or my topic in this TED Talk is to why we have to make Rizal obsolete. So, I will discuss four main points that are important to understand about Rizal's life. Let's talk about each one of these points briefly and then move on to the next one. So, I would like to inform that these topics are they not new and that they have been discussed by many students and teachers as well. So, here's a list of the most interesting points which I was sharing to begin with. The first two main point was there are two extremes. Basically, what I'm talking about is that they have two um, kind of society or group of people that have a very distinctive what they portray Rizal is. So the first one is that they think that Rizal is kind of like a demigod, and that his words and everything that he says is basically just like what a God says, or just like the Bible. So the next group is all about pretending to love Rizal, but they're actually trying to downplay his teachings by only focusing on the good things about his lives and works. Okay, so they think that they have that Rizal works don't have real basis. I'm not sure if this is the fact that the book is so well written or just because it's so much better than other movies. So I'm going to point out that Rizal didn't have to tell anyone else how he felt about the situation in which he lived in, because we all know that Rizal had to deal with the consequences of his actions and decisions. Now proceeding to the next point, which I'm going to talk about, is the mirror of the past. I guess Rizal would be very saddened and concerned that if he will know that commemorating his centennial by emphasizing his relevance to our times, well, I'm not saying that Rizal was a bad person, but I'm saying that he was an important figure in the history of the time. If you will agree with me, I'm really interested in what happened during his period. I think that Rizal life is very interesting, and I'm sure that he will be remembered as one of the great writer ever. If we wish to honor Rizal and emulate him, we need to make him obsolete. We must eliminate of the contemporary society of that his teachings become what they were intended to be. So, in the bright future of the Philippines, Rizal will remain a great hero because he inspired us to reform ourselves and achieve greatness as a nation rather than because some of his fanatical followers mistakenly believe he is the source of wisdom for all kind of situations, which we all know that right now is that it's not uh, really all of his teachings are not really applicable nowadays. So the third point is that the nation of Rizal so previously have thought that Rizal was just another politician who wanted to get rid of the dictatorship here in the from the Spaniards. However, after reading his biography and his life, uh, I realized that he was actually a revolutionary who fought against dictatorship. He also wanted to end the slavery and free the Philippines, but not just Philippines, other countries as well, just like Mexico, that were ruled by the Spaniards. Basically, he was a very good leader and always tried to help others. His own personal goals were also always in accordance with what he considered to be the best interest of the country. It is this sense that we can say we need a nation of results, but we do not need a hero to die for our country. What I mean is, well, it's not something you can just throw out your hat and go home. Okay? You have to fight for it. It is important to remember that if you are fighting for something, then it must be worth fighting for, and you should never give up it. So I think that Rizal had a great idea to write a poem about his life. He wrote it as an essay, published in a newspaper. However, in this generation of people, Rizal may not be the best poet, as well as we all know that they are emerging new poets that are great and more. I'm not saying that they are better, but they have more impacts in today's society. So I remember my childhood when father used to take me with him and play with my friends. I always liked playing with them because they were fun and interesting. My dad always told me that if you want to become a great artist, you must go out and do something different. I think that's why he said it is important to go outside your comfort zone. I also believe that if you are not willing to be uncomfortable, then you will never grow. I am sure that you will find yourself in situations where you have to change your mind or your way of thinking. I think that this is one reason why we should try new things, or even just to try something new every day. Uh, the four main points is from dream to reality. When he's no longer valid, we shall have become a truly great nation, and Rizal will no longer be read for the social truths that he revealed. But to make him obsolete does not mean to forget him. We have realized Rizal dream can really appreciate his greatness, because only that we will realize the great values of it ideals. Okay, so what do you think? You think it is impossible to make Rizal irrelevant? But I think, even though my point is to make Rizal obsolete, I guess it is not. I think it is possible to make Rizal relevant by making him an important figure of the history of the Philippines. Okay, so that's it for this small TED Talk series where I have talked about why we need to make Rizal obsolete. Again, thank you very much for listening, and have a great day.